Hey, I'm Rick Felt. I'm from Southeast Kansas, here in Omaha. I've been doing comedy for a good steady 4 years.
Worst thing about Thanksgiving?
Not going into that coma as you're driving home.
Hi, I'm Mr. Z. I've been doing comedy here in the area for the last 3 years.
Worst thing about Turkey Day?
The cleanup is the worst. My family makes a mess.
Hey, my name's Gabriel. I've been doing comedy about 1.5 years now in the Omaha and Lincoln area.
Worst thing about turkey?
When it's overcooked and dry.
Hi, my name is Dominique Davis. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. I've been doing stand-up comedy for almost 10 years now.
Why do you hate Thanksgiving?
Gotta hate Thanksgiving because there's always that one family member that tries to make you eat chitlins.
All right, I'm Lavetti Vegas, straight out of Omaha, Nebraska. Been doing comedy for a couple years now. What I hate about Thanksgiving is nasty food. What's up? How y'all doing today? What, tonight?
Good, pretty good.
I'm very vocal. I like that, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. I look like I just got back from Hawaii with this shirt. It's the only shirt I had. It's laundry day. Please. I'm a new father, man. I always tell everybody I'm a new father. I love bragging about my son, man. Love bragging about him. He's about 11 months old now. Yeah, he's a blessing, man. I always tell people that, man. You know, a lot of people that's not parents, man, they don't understand, like, what kids do, and they just do it on purpose, and they do what they want to do regardless, right? You know, so I was around a non-parent. My son, he's starting to try to walk. Bam, he busts his head, face first. Person that's not a parent, oh, my God, your son, look at him. I said, he does it all the time, don't worry about it. She's like, he's bleeding. I'm like, well, that's not the first time either. It's always the non-parents that don't understand that, you know. Then he got up again, busted his face on the table. Now this time I was hurt because I was like, I never seen him bust his face on the table. Do it again. Never hung out with that girl ever again. She did not hang out with me ever again. CPS was at my door the next day. He didn't came from out of town though. It's a real cool dude. We did a show back in June. He hooked me up with a couple shows. Then they got canceled because of COVID. So actually, he hasn't hooked me up with no shows. I just thought about that. Give it up for Rick Felt.
My bad. So Rick Felt is actually just a stage name. My real name is Daniel Stern, the bad guy from Home Alone. Sometimes Joe Pesci will tour with me. Right now, he's not able to go because he's in New York doing stunt work for babies. Actually, I look like Daniel Stern that somebody got from Wish. Kind of like, yeah, maybe if Daniel Stern and Josh Blue had a baby and then shook the shit out of it. I think I look like a Garbage Pail Kid all grown up. Icky Sticky Ricky. Basically what I'm just trying to say is I'm ugly. I'm so ugly, my left hand asked me to turn the light off. And my right hand did. Very compliant. I enjoy being ugly, though. You can walk in stores, nobody bugs you. Kid walks up, goes, ah! It's all right, little shit, get out of here. It's my candy now. Hope your mom wasn't going to eat that. I realized one day that I'm too fat to be a stalker. I am too lazy. That takes a lot of work and dedication. I can't get down the aisle following a hot butt down the bread aisle going, slow down, son of a bitch. Thank God they put the Twinkies at the end of this one. I enjoy being a fat guy. I mean, at this point, I look like I'm 296 months pregnant. I think that's 19 trimesters. Or is it semesters? That's what I get for going to college 4 semesters at 3 different schools. And that's a fat guy thing. You never see a skinny guy going like that. Only fat guys do that. They're like, yeah, whether it's a dad or just a dude getting ready to eat a kid that walked by and got too close. That's bite size right there. So I got married. Thank you for not clapping. She's blind. When we first met, she said, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Yeah, thanks, babe. Love you too. Prove it. Shapook. We have 4 kids. My oldest is 17. And I look back now and go, man, all 4 of you, when you hit 3, you're an asshole. 3-year-olds are assholes. There's no other way to put it. It's like, yeah, see? And I got 8 kids over here, put them back. Mine's 17 and I'm thinking about putting her back. My wife disagrees, but she ain't gonna see it coming. Having a 3-year-old 4 times no less is like having a cat. And I don't like cats either. Climb up on a shelf, knock some shit off, take a nap. 3-year-old, climb up on a shelf, knock some shit off, take a nap. Good part is, they both use the litter box. Have you ever been so stoned that you lost the people that you were in the store with? Yeah. And then after walking back for the 17th time to open that mirror, we realized I was still in the bathroom at home? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You ever been to that point where you start arguing with yourself on how to spell the word or the letter W? Or how to count to the letter red? Just things to ponder. Probably while you're inebriated. So whoever said, because 2 of those girls are teenagers, whoever said that women sync up is a liar. They don't sync up. 3 weeks of my month is absolute hell. Then you add the 3-year-old on top of it. That's the only one I can get away with kicking. Because the other will probably stab me. If my world were to make a movie right now, the preview would go like this, I believe. The best horror movie this summer. He lived in fear. Ah! She had reached the point of no desire. They began to bleed. Every night he cried himself to sleep. Every night, every week, he was afraid of everything that surrounded him. This summer, see if he survives when menopause meets puberty. It's a short film, just so you know. My favorite, though, I actually love my kids. Just kidding. Best part's the end of the week. End of the week, I get to spend time with them. We sit down, I wait for their Benadryl to kick in. You laugh, but with COVID, the price of chloroform on the black market has gone way up. So I wait for the Benadryl to kick in, and I stare at the wall and I think, let's get wasted. Cowboys like to smoke it too. That's a lot of weed, man. Oh no, someone peed in my pants. Like, let's go slay a dragon, man. A roadster, a roadster. Sometimes I forget to remember. And sometimes I forget to wear pants. Yeah, boo-boo. Let's go get some picnic baskets. Well, there's no picnic baskets here. Like maybe we should lay off the acid man. I'm Casey Kasem. Thanks for being here tonight. Coming in at number 1, while I take a number 2, I touch myself. I'm Rick Feld, everybody. Thanks.
Give it up one more time for Rick Felt, man. All right, we're doing something that's a little different, so we're going to just keep it rolling, keep it moving. Give it up for Mr. Z.
Hey, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. It's great to see you. I'm Mr. Z. I'm married, which means my opinions are no longer valid at all. Now, like my wife, she recently got us into the whole essential oils business, which is fantastic, right? Because now my kids don't need any more vaccines, right? Right? We canceled our insurance, too, because we don't need that anymore, because apparently there's an oil for that, right? Oh, and she quit her job, too, which is just fantastic, right? Because now all she needs is 5 people to sign up under her, and 5 more people to sign up under each of them, with 5 people under each of them, and then we get double presidential diamond status in this organization, which, by my math, means she will have spent half my retirement. Yeah. And probably alienate all my family and friends again, right? Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool. Did you guys know that you can get the same drugs from your veterinarian that you can get from your doctor at a fraction of the cost? It's true, right? Convincing my vet my dog was severely depressed was surprisingly easy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that chronic pain was a little bit harder to get through, but we got her, right? Next up, we're going to see what we can do about my dog's erectile dysfunction, right? Poor girl. Yeah, I'm big time into conspiracy theories. I love them. I can't get enough. Like, it's crazy to think about those conspiracy theories that have come true in our lifetime. Though, think about it. We've got Area 51. We've got government surveillance. We've got UFOs. Those are all things that were conspiracies for the longest time that are all just now true, right? So now conspiracy theorists have had to get a little creative. Now they want us thinking maybe the Earth is flat, or that the moon is hollow. Have you heard that one? Yeah. My personal favorite, though, birds aren't real. Yeah. Right? Can you imagine, though? Can you imagine if we find out birds aren't real in our lifetime? It's just been the government crapping on our cars this whole time? Yeah, I'd be pretty mad, too. I don't know. Speaking of Area 51, remember when we were going to do that thing? Remember when we were going to raid Area 51? Yeah! 3.5 million people signed up to go raid Area 51, and the day came and like 25 people showed up. I'm in a local band. I could have told them that was going to happen. Who listens to me? I don't know. No, their tagline was "They can't stop us all." There's this weapon. It's called the Metal Storm. The Metal Storm fires 1 million rounds per minute. Rest assured they can and they will stop all of you. Because the only thing I know of that can stop 1 million rounds of anything is made by Trojan. Thanks. I'm a teacher full-time. This is my 3rd year as a teacher, which if you do the math, that means I've been a pandemic teacher the whole time, which is cool. That's all right, though. The district has taken really, really good care of us, right? They gave us these industrial-strength wipes to wipe everything down with, right? This spray bottle to hose down the room when the little germ factories leave, right? Oh, and this hand sanitizer they gave us, it smells exactly like vodka. So it's taking a lot of pressure off a lot of people, I assume. So we were in line for lunch the other day, and this little kindergartner was like, "This smells like my mommy." Yeah, sweetheart, it kind of does. Enjoy your lunch. Yeah, I don't know. I'm running for governor of Nebraska. Yeah, thank you. That's votezimmerman.com. Check it out. No, I'm running for governor as a libertarian, right? Thanks. Which pretty much means I spend a lot of time explaining what that means to be a libertarian. Yeah. Essentially, libertarians just want gay married couples to be able to protect their marijuana fields with AK-47s. That's all we want, right? Also, it's a lot like being the fat kid in dodgeball. You're just out automatically. Don't even try. No, that's all right. Politics is weird. Life on the inside will definitely change a man, right? Like, this is not my first time running for office. I run for office before. I have. I've been misquoted in the newspaper even. Like, they asked me a question. They said, "What would you do to reduce school shootings?" And I said, well, the first thing I would do is get rid of all the gun-free zones. And they quoted me in the paper. They said, Scott Zimmerman wants to arm all teachers. It's not what I said. And at the time, I was pretty upset. But now, I'm wondering if maybe arming teachers might not be such a bad idea, right? Yeah, maybe put an end to some of those behavior issues we're seeing in class, right? No, I'm not advocating shooting children for misbehaving. No, I'm just thinking maybe we could threaten to, right? Take a seat, Johnny. Yeah, kids are awesome. My son, he's 10. Man, this little dude is obsessed with violence, with guns, different ways to kill people. Like, there's literally 100 red flags going on with my son, right? Like, I don't know. Don't worry about it, though, folks. I'm handling it. I'm handling it like any good parent would. I'm letting the school system deal with it. Anyway, that's what I got for you. Thanks for being here. Give it up for Lavetti, Vegas!
Give it up for the governor, Mr. Z. Funny guy, good guy, good guy. This next guy, man, he used to be a fighter. Well, not really. He had a losing record. Give it up for Gabe Fraher.
Omaha. You guys look good, man. I look 80s waspy, but you guys look good. Yeah. This is my favorite town to do comedy in, though, believe it or not, because like I'm kind of fat everywhere else. I don't really feel fat in Omaha, though, you know? It's not the only town where walking around sweating beef juice 24/7 is kind of acceptable, you know? But, you know, I feel old. I'm starting to feel old, but I know I'm not actually old. I just feel old. Like, I got tagged in this Facebook post from 2012, which was my senior year, which a girl asked us what we wanted to be when we grew up. And I said in the comment section that when I grow up, I want to be an electrician. Now, 10 years later, I read that a little differently. Now I read that as, I'm going to grow up to disappoint my parents. You know? But that girl that shared that post, she reshared it, and she claimed that she wanted to be a neurologist. And I'm like, wow, she's sharing it a little early before the 10-year reunion. She's kind of flexing on us. I creeped on her page, see what she's up to. She is helping people with their psyche, but she didn't actually become a neurologist. She is helping, or she's reading poems in Portland. Kind of the next best thing. In a weird way, we have the same job. We both disappointed our parents. She just did it with extra steps. See, when I told my parents that I was going to go to tech school and then become an alcoholic, they got over it right away, but it was, you know, it was a hard day. She told her parents that she was going to change the world and then convinced them to pay for an expensive medical school. And then 3 years later go, hey, Mom and Dad, I'm going to drop out of that expensive medical school to go to Coachella and bang dudes that tell me that I put out good vibes. And listen, I know I'm no better than her. We're both disappointments. And I know the old saying, he who is without disappointing his parents may throw the first salt stone. But I just feel like I was set up to fail. You know, I have two older siblings that they really set the bar high. Like my brother has a master's degree, for example. And my sister is living out her dream. She started her own dance academy and makes bank teaching little girls how to dance. And I should be more supportive of that dream. I just feel like I was personally victimized when we were kids. She had a dance group where she started in our basement where she would make up dances and force me to participate. And it went way too far. Next thing you know, this group has a name. We had matching outfits. We were doing these choreographed dances at our church. And I was confused as a kid growing up in a household that didn't think queers went to heaven, but was doing all this gay stuff. You know, and I know the Bible says you're not supposed to lay with another man. It says nothing about plies, all right? I also feel old because I recently took up golf. I was like, I think my back can handle this for now. You know, I bought the shoes, the clubs, the bag, the balls, you know, and I found out about 6 months and I was like, this is a lot of money to spend to suck at a new activity. It's good at the drinking part. I came with that. But the nail in the coffin of why I feel old is I fell for a fad diet. I jumped on the keto diet. Yeah, I was like, oh, eggs, bacon, sausage every morning, lose weight, okay. Which to me, I just realized keto is the cocaine of diets. You will lose weight. You will have more energy, but you are going to die broke alone at 55. And at first I was like, oh, the whore. And now I'm like, actually, that's not that bad. I don't see my life being very fulfilling after I turn 55, you know? Because after 55, you got to come up with your own generation's version of boomer catchphrases, you know, where like, remember when guys with Carhartt used to have jobs? You know, or like Blink-182, The Weeknd, that was real music. You know, I'm not ready to do that. You know? And then the last thing I want to do, my total nightmare, is to become a boomer dad, the boss of boomer dads, the conservative one that meets her daughter's prom date with a shotgun. I ain't ready for that. Because I have an ego, and if a teenager calls my bluff, like, have her home by 11:30, and he doesn't, I have to shoot him. And then I'm going to be in jail for the rest of my life while my daughter grows up fatherless with daddy issues and grows up to do palm readings in Portland. All right? That's my time, guys. You guys have been awesome. Give it up. Lavetti.
Give it up for Gabe Fraher one more time, man. Good guy, man. All right, man. Next guy of the evening. He also came from out of town, man. He's a good dude. I know his dad. His dad is pretty cool, put me on some shows. I'm very appreciative. Give it up for Dominique Davis.
Oh man, Lavetti, I really appreciate you saying my name right. When he made the poster, I was Dominique Edwards for 24 hours. And I didn't even notice. Like, that's the issue. It's my name, and I was just like, looks right. Actually, my high school teacher was the one that was like, I don't think that's you. It's your picture, but that's not your name. And I was like, no, my name's Dominique. I'm like, no, it says Dominique, and that's all I read, so yeah, it's me. She was like, no, so you changed your last name now? And I was like, to what? She said, Edwards. Oh, nope, didn't do that. So immediately had to get that fixed. But I live in Kansas City. And on the ride up here, I was kind of thinking about if I'm a coworker of yours, you should quit. Something's gonna happen. Okay, I used to be an NFL security guard at Arrowhead Stadium. Got to work for the Rolling Stones tournament. Or not tournament. It's been a long day, guys. I just got it. Rolling Stones concert. I had one job. It was to check wristbands for VIP access. And I failed doing one thing because I turned around and decided to watch Ed Sheeran on the clock. All of a sudden, I feel somebody bump my shoulder, run over into the VIP area. I was like, oh, snap, I got to go do my job. So I go run over, I reach out and grab for him, and he swings back with the hardest punch that I've ever taken in my life. But I'm originally from Topeka, Kansas. And we don't make fighters. We make talkers, okay? I will talk a huge game, but as soon as you're ready to fight, I'm like, girl, use your pepper spray on him. Save me now. But do it from a distance, I have asthma. So I'm not actually sure that this punch connected. All of a sudden, there are two grown men looking like two third graders in their very first fight, with police officers at the venue watching. Two grown men just... He is so fast. This goes on for 5 minutes with police officers just laughing, like laying on the ground, crying, laughing. They finally come over and they just go, stop it. And the fight's over. The dude stopped swinging, and I was like, when did it become that easy to win a fight? After about 2 minutes of them talking to them, police officer comes over and goes, hey, do you want to fill out paperwork for this? And I said, no. Not gonna happen. He was like, cool, this guy's on LSD. And walks off like that's a normal sentence to say to people. Like that's just an everyday thing. So I was like, actually, sir, quick question. From your point of view, who won that fight? I need this for my own ego, because I can't lose to somebody fighting me and 3 dragons. That's not going to be okay. But then after that, I decided, you know what? I should still do security, but let's do it at a casino instead. Now, I did not really think about people drinking and losing money as a dangerous situation to put myself in. And then I even realized, like, not that many young people went to my casino. Like, most of our fights were people like 82 years old, just throwing hands about a slot machine. And my boss would be like, Dom, go separate them. Like, you separate them. Like, that could be Mike Tyson's daddy. You don't know. Oh, man, but my last day working security at a casino, I get a call that says, hey, we need you, your manager, and your supervisor to all go outside. There's a guy swinging like a sword at cars. I wish I could make this up. So we go outside, and I see a man holding a full piece of sheet metal, basically, just swinging it wildly. And I was like, that's not a sword. Where did that come from? Now, they're more worried about the guy swinging this piece of metal. My brain was like, well, where did he get it? So, I look over at our sign, our welcome sign, and there is a nice chunk of sheet metal ripped out of our sign that this man is now swinging at us. And I was like, I'm gonna call the cops because we don't make enough for this. I go inside, I call the cops, I come back out. My boss is now holding this piece of sheet metal and the guy is missing. So I was like, where did he go? And he was like, he's in the bushes. And I was like, which bush? And he was like, you know what? He just kind of dove in and we lost him. And I was like, okay, so how did you get the sheet metal? He said, we just told him to drop it. And he did. So this is now 2 situations where a simple motion stops the incident that I don't do. This man jumps out of the bushes, grabs a tree branch connected to a tree and rips it out of the tree and is now chasing us with the tree branch as police show up. So now there are 6 police officers chasing a man with a tree branch who is chasing 3 people with a sheet metal sword, looking like 3 stooges out in the middle of our parking lot. Okay, it takes all 6 police officers to tackle this man, to put him in handcuffs. I immediately said I quit. Like, I can't do this anymore. My boss calls me as soon as I get home and says, hey, we really want you back, but we need to let you know what happened with this guy. He had taken PCP. Like, that's a normal sentence to say to people. My name is Dominique Davis. Have a good night, y'all.
Give it up again for Dominique Davis, man. All right. I want to appreciate everybody coming out tonight, man. Y'all been a great crowd, great people, great smiles, great 8 kids. You have a fantastic night. Thank you.
All right.